Hey everyone, this is Vickerman, and today we're bringing you something just a little bit different and similar to a lot of things we do. This is called This is the Police, and it is coming up on July 28th. This is the release date for it, and it is from a studio called We Appy Studios. This is their first game, but I don't know if you saw. Can we take a moment just to appreciate this title screen? You saw it was kind of a, I guess maybe that was a police badge shape, and then it kind of drifted away here, and that's our main character there, Jack Boyd. So this, well, probably the best way to explain it is just to hop right in, but you'll see very quickly. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so day one, we are following the life of Jack Boyd, who is the police chief in Freeburg. And so each day you see the newspapers that tell you what's going on. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. Mark War II to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. So I don't know, this mayor sounds sort of like a egomaniacal sort of fella. We're starting up our crappy car. Heading on in.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes
So you can see it's sort of got a comic book presentation.
Didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice.
And a lot of the game is in this sort of style, so it's a lot of narrative going on. But there's a whole nother part that is more strategic that we'll see in a bit later.
Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am.
So Jack here is going to be given a press conference because it's just been announced that he's going to be resigning as police chief. Which is not too good because he's 60.
This is the first time I'm afraid
he doesn't have much retirement saved up.
Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine.
See, it's sort of got a
doesn't scare me.
film-noire
look
and feel to it.
Do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
So you can see old Jack, he's not quite the do-goody type of police chief you might expect.
How to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin?
That's the age-old question.
Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
All right, so now we're going to give a press conference. Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or you know about it in advance? And I have no idea what this stuff changes yet, so... And I don't know. What do you think about this mayor fella? What if we're like super duper candid? I don't know what will happen. Mayor Rogers is a dishonorable, corrupt politician. He's been waiting for the opportunity to get rid of me. Whoa, do you already know the name of your successor? Let's go with who cares? Cigars and jazz. Your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he'd soon be voluntarily resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Who cares, man? That's his business. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Yes. Excuse me, but that's a pile of horse shit. The mafia and the police working together. Maybe they're in the cahoots with the aliens. The mafia are a bunch of low-life criminals. How about someone ask a real question? Personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement. Definitely. Personal relations are always important, no matter what anyone says. Thank you.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even
Okay,
Mr.
so that is the
Kendrick?
police badge, the little
Especially
shape
Mr.
that we saw in the
Kendrick.
main menu. You see it on his sleeve there. Time to take a load off. I don't know what that's implying, if those are like pain meds because he's an old man or drugs. I don't know.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be.
That's
Rude,
true.
arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo
Sounds
shirt,
about what I would have
and a white
expected of him.
smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges.
I was gonna say that's
Rogers plays
sort of a
tennis with them
tennis-looking
instead.
outfit that he's
That's
describing
about
there.
the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran
Jack.
away so quick.
Sounds a bit like Mark Hamill's Joker.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
What are you doing in my painting
People
there?
of the city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days.
The way he
and,
says Jack.
and you'll be remembered.
It's infuriating.
as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
What a jerk.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
Got
I
it,
have a new
bub.
assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Ah, okay. Next police chief could be one of Boyd's subordinates. Jack Boyd on police cooperation with Mafia, no comment. Francis Kendrick on rumors he might be next FPD chief, no comment. I don't think that's what I said, but no worries. Let them believe what they want to believe, huh?
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners.
That's strange.
Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes.
Why don't you
Could be
convert that
construed as an
old
invitation
cafeteria if
to
you're
sit
not using it?
together. The only
Make it
people
into the
eating
police
here
game
are
room.
ghosts.
That'll work. Couple of pool tables. Ping
My
pong.
deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't
ghost, huh?
supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Well then. Okay, so this is sort of the game part of it. I guess I'll have some help here. Just in case I didn't get through all the tutorial stuff. Freeburg PD organizes the upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policemen. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considered higher than average are a safe bet even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Okay. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work. A policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Okay? Employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off. Others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things. But you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior. Okay. So I don't think there's anything we can do this first day to change anything around. So we've got mostly average, and then that is horrible. That's really bad. 5. Our detectives are pretty mediocre. We've got a few good officers. So this is the strategy portion of the game. And we see the city here. Oh, there's a cigarette butt there. Okay. And we will respond to calls. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it takes the officers. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. So, we've got a hit and run. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you're allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threats. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT. They must be accompanied by at least 1 officer. But the number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on, all of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, where a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. I think time is frozen while we're looking at this. So we've got a hit and run at Everyday Mall. A married couple exited a convenience store and stole a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man, who'd been digging through a trash can. Driver jumped out to help, but got back in the van quickly left once he saw that he had a bum. Whew, okay, well, this one doesn't seem particularly dangerous, so I'm gonna use the really crappy one, and we'll send one of these fairly, well, I guess we can send the 120. Hopefully that will be okay. Because if they succeed, they'll get increases. Got a movie theater, a fight in the movie theater. Theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater's security guard. Alright, so no weapons, but I'll send you and you, I think. Hopefully that will work out for us. Now we're getting a little tricky here because we only have 2 left. We really want some of these guys to come back. We got a report on the hit and run. Everything goes well. The police capture the criminals. Nobody dies. Sometimes criminals manage to escape. Try to avoid dead cops or civilians. Dead cops hurt the roster. Dead citizens bother the mayor even more. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. So did that give that person a tiny boost? Well, that's too bad. No, it did a drop. I guess this is as low as it can go. Offender is caught. Officers are unharmed. Civilians are unharmed. We gain a little boost. Good. So, let's see. We've got an armed robbery. Oh my. And a fight. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun have robbed a videotape store, made off with their whole collection of adult movies. Fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. Let's check this other one. Brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. We don't dare separate them, and the hospital guard is off duty today. Well, I think maybe I'll send this fella and the really bad one. And then for you, we better send some good foot. Well, can we wait? We've got a little bit of time on this. So let's wait for Purdy to get back. We'll send our best. That sounds a little dangerous. Oh no, an assault. That sounds even worse. Oh, okay. Well, it allows 3 officers. I mean, should we risk that? Can we wait? No, because they're all going out, so. Under caught, officers unharmed. Gain a boost. Good. How long are you gonna be? When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up. Don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. The sounds of moans, loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. So these are the people who stole the adult movies, right? I think we can just knock on the door. Yeah, that appears to be a good. I guess we're just gonna have to send these 2. Hopefully they don't die. Fender has escaped. Well, could have been worse. Okay, so if you think you'll need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in the next day and work overtime, but if they're working flat out, they'll be more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Okay. So, all in all, not too bad.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it.
Oh,
Slumped shoulders,
poor old
blank
guy.
stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story.
It's just the mustache, probably.
Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
True story, Frank.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will
nice.
vary depending on the
Bribery. That's
situation and who
good.
you're dealing
Good.
with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G.
Dirty
Sand.
and gets everywhere.
Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social
Oh, it's the guy on the
events.
left, I guess.
An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old
So were they like a
rules.
cowboy
He
gang
rarely
at
involves
first?
himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile,
that's us.
Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty.
Oh, good old
People
Sand.
sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
Sheesh.
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed,
I need a
Frank.
little exercise
That's
there.
not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Day 3. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Okay. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Construction of cinema museum postponed again. Well, so hope you've enjoyed this first episode looking at This Is the Police. We will be continuing up to release here. They have asked that we stop at day 80 before release, but that's okay. That should be a lot of episodes, I should imagine, at this rate. Although I imagine there'll be fewer cutscenes. Once we get into it, we'll kind of mostly be doing the police work. And I'm curious to see what the detective thing is all about and how that works. Because they really didn't do anything the last day. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.